Joshviron Militang Yanatoshvaisi Gurave Namo. Among Vishnupadaya, Gaura Pistaya, Budale Srimati Bhakti Pramodaya, Puri Goswami Tinamini. Among Vishnupadaya, Krishna Pistaya, Budale Srimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Tinamini. So I am giving the Dandavat Pranam to all of the Vaishnava in the world. So it is the first time that I have here in the Zoom, and this is the mercy of our Maharaj, Arup Govinda now Maharaj. Govinda Maharaj. He arranged to talk with the World Vaishnava Association, and he also about 5 years before he came to Bangladesh.
No, already 10 years complete.
10 years complete. So Paramaditya Maharaj knows me very well. I visited so many times in the Binda Kunja in Bindavan, and also taking the preaching class. And anyhow, I am the disciple of Bhaktivinoda Puri Goswami Maharaj and Gopinath Gauriya Math, and Pujapad Siddhanath Swami Bodhan Maharaj is very close to me from the long time. And I entered to the spiritual life the last 31 years, that is in 91, Madhya Gauriya Math, Bangladesh, Dhaka. This temple established by Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in 1991 and 1921. So I entered the spiritual life by all the Vaishnavas, especially Santa Goswami Maharaj. He came to Bangladesh and I received him from the airport. And I have seen also the Guru Varga, that is in Santa Goswami Maharaj, and my Gurudev Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj. So I am very, I am respect to all the Vaishnavas. So just Upananda Pujapati Dandaswami discuss about the Vaishnavism. So I want to say about this Vaishnavism, what is the definition of Vaishnava? So this is thousands of explanation. Who is Vaishnava? Vaishnava means in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj, he asked Mahaprabhu Ramananda Basu Sattaraj Khan, Vaishnava chinibo kemane, ke Vaishnava pahadar samanya lokpane. This is asked, what is the identification of the Vaishnava? That is main factor. And Vaishnava means who surrendered to the Krishna person, lotus feet of Krishna, and his life is spiritual, not in material, because he can accept, he can understand, he can concentrate the mind to this material world is uncertain and mortal. We must have to live from this material life. One time will come that we will not stay in the. We have come to we have come to this material life only to mercy of Sri Krishna, but there is a limitation. How much stay in material life? So we have to be. Everybody should be asked, who am I? Why have come to this material life? And after death, where we will go? This is the three questions. Where we will go after death? Where we will go? And this is our conception realization, and this is very important that we will go at death. And Sri Krishna says in the Gita, who is my devotee? And he says, Sarvadharmana paritejya mam ekam sharanam braja. That means you must leave all the material activity, and you must be entered to the spiritual activity. Why? Spiritual, we must go to spiritual life. Our material life is very limited, only 100 years. But spiritual life, Sri Krishna says, Ekbar janma karma chame dibbang joveti tatata tikta deham purna janma noiti so arjun noiti mameti so arjuna. That means if we can go to reach to the spiritual life, spiritual place after death, then we will never come to this material life. And this is the main conception. Why you will come to this? This material life is miserable. This is a so dangerous time. Every moment we feel uneasy. সংসার দাবানল নরনীল লোক এই ঘোর সংসারে পড়িয়া মানব না পায় দুঃখের শেষ. Here is only the problem. There is no solution. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi. This is a core item. Birth, death, old age, and the disease. So we are not happy. We cannot be happy. So how we can? Then what do we have to do? This is the question the Parikshit Maharaj to his spiritual master Sukadev Goswami Pad. Gurudev, apni bolun, I have the only 7 days to stay in the material life. What I can do this only 7 days? Sukadev Vaishnava Sukadev Goswami Pad says, you must hear the Krishna Katha. This is the only way to solution to birth and death. This is the main conception. What is the solution? Prahlad Maharaj says, this material world is miserable and uncertain and bondage of the Maya. So in this small time, what we have to do? Only 3 points. Sadhu Sangha, Nam Kirtan, Bhagavad Sravan. And another 2 points, Bhagavad Sravan, Archan, and second, last one, Mathurabas. সকল সাধন শ্রেষ্ঠ এই পঞ্চ অঙ্গ, সকল সাধন শ্রেষ্ঠ এই পঞ্চ অঙ্গ, কৃষ্ণ প্রেম জন্মে এর অল্প সঙ্গ. If we can follow up these 5 points, sadhu sangha, nam kirtan, and bhagavad sravan, then we can satisfy our life. We can go to the spiritual life. So 5 points: sadhu sangha, associate with the Vaishnava, associate with the sadhu. Purmanda bhumite jodi kono bhagyavan jeev Guru Krishner prasade paye bhakti lata diche. So Nityananda Prabhu make the Vishnu Vaishnava Rasava. In this next time, Narottam Thakur and our Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Jagat Guru, and next was my Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Purana Puri Goswami Maharaj, then Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Maharaj. Now Gopananda Bhar Maharaj is mainly arranged to continue the Vishnu Vaishnava Rasava. And in the meantime, this is our modern life, that is science, that we can meet together in the mobile. So I'm very much pleased to first time to join and see the all Vaishnava. যাকে দেখিলে আসে মুখে কৃষ্ণ নাম, তাকে জানিও তুমি বৈষ্ণব প্রধান. That is, if anybody see the Vaishnava, then he becomes the devotee. How is power? Narottam Thakur, we know the Haridas Thakur in Benapol, just our Prabhu Maharaj, Govinda Maharaj visited the temple of Haridas Thakur. There is a very big temple, and it is a very big budget. So here is everybody can chant here. And we know the Lokhoira was his habit, that is his earning was only to illegal way. So he was a Besha, that is Potita Nari, and abandoned. So he went in contact with the Haridas Thakur only 36 hours. That is from it is starting from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Only 12 hours. And 3 days after when he's associated with the Haridas Thakur, he became the Vaishnavi. What is the power? We are astonished about this example. How it is possible? So we can understand what is the Vaishnava association. If anybody comes to Vaishnava association, he must be a Vaishnava, that is devotee of Sri Krishna. And he surrendered to his life. Somebody asks, then if we always busy with the Krishna consciousness, so what our material life, what is it without material life? Well, no. You must be divided. Prahlad Maharaj says, if anybody, if in 24 hours, we have to be spent 20 hours, 8 hours we're sleeping, 8 hours our material activity, that is karma, and 8 hours, and 4 hours is up to fooding and preparation. So we have to remain only 4 hours. So how can we do spiritual? How can we enter to the associated spiritual consciousness? But it is possible. You must be reduce the sleeping hour. That is, you must be 6 hours. Raghunath Das Goswami, he sleep only 1.5 hours. Their ghanta, 22 ghanta, that is 22.5 hours he spent spiritual life. And it is not possible for the material life. It is our family life. So, okay, you don't need to 22.5%. You only study the spiritual life. In the morning, 2 hours, that is from 5 p.m. to 7, 2 hours. And the evening, at the night, or anytime you can chant. Mahaprabhu says, when you will chant? Well, anytime. Kiba shayane, kiba bhojane, kiba jagarane. When you go to the sleeping, then you can chant. When you are running in the bus or train, we can chant. And when we take the food, we can chant Mahaprasade Govinde Nam Brahmane Vishnu. In the way, we can reduce all our time, that we can recover our time to chant the Hare Krishna. We have to remember that we are not the people of this material life. We always understand that this is a temporary visiting, only temporary restaurant. The life is our material life is like a restaurant. In the restaurant, we go to for some fresh and to take the light food, and then we go back again. So what is our activity? We have come to the material life only to not for enjoyment. Ahar, nidra, bhoy, moitun, or not only food, not for sleeping. Ahar, nidra, the material activity and the family life. No, this is not the human life. Human life is the mean for the cultivation of the spiritual consciousness. Human life is the mean for the stoppage of the reincarnation. What is the definition? What is the activity of the human life? Now we have to stop. But what is the possible to stop the reincarnation? What is the possibility? Only to concept the Krishna consciousness. And this is the definition of Vaishnava. So our today's topics is Vaishnavism. So Vaishnavism means surrender this body to Krishna, lotus feet of Krishna. Why? Because Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, tini Anadir Adi Govinda Sarva Karaner Karanam. আমার কোনটা অন্যটা নেব মানে দেখি মহারাজ দেখি so I'm sorry to continue the long time, so I not to lose time because our so if you permit me to continue, then Maharaj, I can say some more.
Yes, Prabhu, continue. Very beautiful Harikatha.
Beautiful. I'm very glad.
Gurudeva, please on your microphone. Srila Mukul Prabhu want to get the permission from you for continue the Harikatha.
So
yes.
Thank you very much. I have got the permission.
No. I want to remind all of you, Mukul Babu is the person who has introduced Vaishnava, Gaudiya Vaishnava all over Bangladesh, all the holy places of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Parshada. He has visited and he has established ISKCON temples, Gaudiya Math temples, so many Vaishnavas he has taken. He's actually the guardian of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission in Bangladesh, so he can give us so much nectar. He's an expert preacher.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I'm going to continue the Krishna Katha. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, I giving the example. Pradhanna Mishra, one of the devotee of Mahaprabhu, he one day he wanted to see the Mahaprabhu, and he says, Prabhu Dhanavad Pranam, I am the family life. Shona Prabhu Muidin Girastha Adham. I am the family life, and I am a very little person, and so I want to hear Krishna Katha from you. This Krishna Katha is repeated about 17 times. Shona Prabhu, Moidin, Girahastha Adham, Bohu Bhagye Paiyachi Tomar Durlabha Charam. Krishna Katha Shunibare Mor Ichcha Hoy. Krishna Katha Kohomore Hoiya Sadoy. Prabhu Kahe Krishna Katha Ami Nahi Jane. Sabe Ramananda Jane Ami Tar Mukhe Shuni. Bhagye Tomar Krishna Katha Shunite Hoyase Mon Mahaprabhu bolchen. Ramananদের পাশে যাইয়া করহ শ্রবণ। কৃষ্ণ কথায় রুচি তোমার, তুমি ভাগ্যবান। যার কৃষ্ণ কথায় রুচি তিনি মহাভাগ্যবান। So what is here to Mahaprabhu? Mahaprabhu says, I am not, I cannot give you the lesson Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha will say my devotee, Rai Ramananda. You please go to him and he will give you the all day. So we know he started from the 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. So Pradyumna Mishra, hearing this Krishna Katha, he becomes surprised. How much long time he associated with the Ramananda. So says the Mahaprabhu says Krishna Katha, the word of Krishna, the Krishna Katha, that means the Sri Krishna, what says in Gita, Sri Krishna, what is the controlling the full Brahmanda. So this is that is explanation about the Sri Krishna. Who is Sri Krishna? Nah, he is Anadira Adi Govinda, Sarva Karane Karanam.
He is the causes of all causes.
He is the causes of all causes. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadira Adi Govinda, Sarva Karane Karanam, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So causes, what is the cause? Now the question, what is the causes? That is why material life created. Who created this material life? Who created this Brahmanda? Who created this world? That is our Bulok. That is our Prithivi. That is our material life. So if we ask my mind, we can understand this. How the Krishna is doing everything. Why not to surrender to him? Because he is the causes of birth. He is the causes of death. He is the causes of living. Janma, Mittu, Jara. He is the causes of old age. So why you are become old age? One baby is come from mother womb, then he comes to the material world, then it is grows young, then he goes to old age, then he goes to this material life. Why? If we can concentrate our mind, then we can understand that there is something very high thinking matter. So Krishna consciousness is so lovely and so interesting matter. Then we can see our Bhagavad Katha. If we hearing the Bhagavad Katha, then especially Gita, Bhagavad Chaitanya Charitamrita. Then Gita says, Ananya Cheta Jomang Sharate Nityasya. How we can associate with the Sri Krishna? How we can go to the material life? There is a says, Sri Krishna says, Janma Karma Chamama Dibbang Joveti Tatata, Tekta Dehang Purna Janma Noiti, Mameti, Shavarjuna. How we can go to the infinite life? This is the main question. Somebody asks, Prabhuji, how we can go to the how can we can go to the infinite life? Then Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Manmana Bhavu, Manmana Bhavu, Madhubhukto, Madhajaji, Mam Namuskuro. Mameva Yeshoshi Sattang Tirputi Jane. I am giving the guarantee. I am giving the guarantee that you must come to my infinite life. If you is my devotee, Manmana Bhavo, you can think me. Manmana Bhavo, Madhubhakto, you can be my devotee. Manmana Bhavo, Madhubhakto, Madhajaji, Mam Namuskuro. You must accept my advice to the Gita. Gita is the real conception, the full conception. Then we can go to the Sri Krishna Dham, that is Goloka Vrindavan. This is the main ambition of the human life. Human life is similar to the animal life. Ahar, nidra, bhoy, moitun, fooding. 4 points is similar, but only to exceptional. We can, the human life can go to the Bhagavad Dham. That is spiritual life. Only that is a way, human life. No other. That is 8.4 millions of lives. This is reincarnation. Birthday, dead, birth and dead. And so human life is the spiritual life that we can clarify, we can understand what is our duty. Sanatana Goswami asks the question to the Mahaprabhu, Ke ami keno mori jare tapotroy? Iha na jane kemne hita hoy? Prabhu, if I know the origination, in Bhagavad says, people are ignorant about his origin. People are ignorant. He does not know from where he have come. He has no idea. But Sri Krishna says, Jiver Swarup hai Krishna Nityadas. I am the creator of whole infinite life, world, not only material, not only the material world, but I also created the infinite world, also material world. So we have to be clear about the matter, very good conception. The human life is the mean for the stoppage of the reincarnation. The life is continuous system. And we have to be moved 8.4 millions of times. We have to be comparing this material world. How strange. So if we think Sri Krishna, he says Gita, he says, Dehanishpina jathadehe komanam jovanam jara tatha dehantar prapti. This body will vanish and it will go to the burning house. So what is my position? What is the position of the life? Then position of the life, you must go to the Krishna Bulaka Vrindavan. Otherwise, if you go to the heaven, heaven, you must come back. Bhuva, Boha, Shargo, Tapo, Jana, Satto, Atol, Bitol, Mahatal, Rasatol, Talatol. So we have to be moved. So why not we understand? Why not the conception? We must stop is the reincarnation. Very well. Please give me some mercy that I can explain more and more.
And I forget one thing, Gurudeva, by Gurudeva mercy, I remember the present ISKCON Dhaka, which is the big temple. This place name is Shamibag. It's belong to Tailanga Shami, and honor is the Mukul Prabhu, actual honor, and this is the $1 billion property. $1 billion property, but he is not selling. He give to ISKCON for make the Dhaka ISKCON center. Not only one, he given Gurudeva, no, he given Kota ISKCON ke jami diye char thing na.
No, in Dhaka they made.
Slate. Also, Mahaprabhu's own place, Sri Hatta, there have one ISKCON. This property also belong to Srila Mukul Prabhu, but Mukul Prabhu giving minimum 4 place to ISKCON around the Bangladesh for make the temple. This is the $1 billion property he given, and also he makes so many Gaudiya Math, so many Gaudiya center. Continue, he is preacher, and also Gurudeva forget also the everyday feast prasadam in Mukul Prabhu house. Everyday feast prasadam. Gurudeva, you remember?
Yes. So not I am a very fallen person. I am not a Vaishnava. Our Pujapa Santa Goswami Maharaj says Vaishnava hawar boro ichha chilo tinadabi sunatabi theke pore gelam bad. I was very like to Vaishnavism, but I cannot accept. Everybody says, Prabhuji, Vaishnavism is very nice, is very good, but there is a one thing, fooding. It is not possible us. But no, try it. Food, we must be change our fooding habit. Because food give me the body. If we take the real prasadam, if you not take the real prasadam, our body becomes the animal life. Because food is very important for the human life. What is the food of the human life? We must remember this, because there is a 8 million difference of animal life. So they not take the vegetarian food. Only the goat or the elephant, they take the elephant. Sometimes if anybody take the vegetable, then it problem he is not getting the energy or vitamin. No, vitamin is there are so many vegetables, also fruits, also milk. So this matter we have to be explained very clearly, that the vegetarian food is our main food of the human life. Anyhow, so we have come back to the spiritual talk about Gita. What says in Sri Krishna in Gita? He says, "Ananna cheta jomangshorati nityasya pasaham sulabhapat." If anybody always chant Hare Krishna name, he must be realized Sri Krishna. To realization to Sri Krishna is a very actually hard, is a very tough. So we have to be always associated with the Vaishnava, because Vaishnava always advise to the Krishna consciousness. So I pray to all the Vaishnava to give me the blessing, to Sri Krishna to give me the blessing. Then we can become the Vaishnava. Our Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he established 64 temples. And now in the world, whole world is, everybody is now trying to realize Krishna consciousness. Realize Krishna consciousness. What is the Krishna consciousness? Now, Krishna consciousness is the sensation. To develop that sensation, this moment our sense is unrectified. This is another statement of Bhakti Vedanta Swami. What is our sense? This moment our sense is unrectified. So we have to be rectify our sensation. Very nice expression. This moment I repeat it again. So, okay, I can. So what is the spiritual consciousness? This moment our sense is unrectified. Like a filter, all water cannot drink. Drinking water is special. If we go to the station in journey on the way to Vrindavan, there is some station, this is drinking water. Drinking water is only to taking the drink. There are so many water, pond water, tube well water, there is a supply water. So this all water cannot drink. We have to be rectified, filterized. Then we can take the drinking water. So like this way, this moment our sense is unrectified. We have to be rectify our consciousness. But what is the way they can rectify? Only 2, 3, again 3 times. Sadhu Sangha, Nam Kirtan, Bhagavad Shravan. Who says Bhagavad Katha? Now only Vaishnava. The definition of Vaishnava, he always chant Hare Krishna. Jake dekhle mukhe ashe Krishna naam, Ninandan Krishna naam, Jaro Vadane, সেই তো Vaishnava. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, the devotee are asked to the Mahaprabhu, who is Vaishnava? Niran jake dekhile ashe mukhe Krishna naam. It is in English. If we can see any Vaishnava, then we can say Hare Krishna. Like we can say Hare Krishna. Vaishnava always chant Hare Krishna. Always. He 24 hours. He always chant the Krishna consciousness. So Krishna consciousness, that is very important for the human life. Only to progress, only to go to the infinite life, that is Golok Vrindavan, we must become the Vaishnava. Without Vaishnava, I don't know how we can go to the Golok Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu says, Brahmanda Bhamite, Jodi Kono Bhagyavan Jeev, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai, Bhakti Lata Vis. We need 2 points. We need 2 points. One is Brahmanda, we are moving in reincarnation in the world. Navalakshani Jalaja, 9 lakhs, that is 0.9 million times we have to be in the water, inside the water. That is the sea and the pond or river. And Namalakshani Jalaja, Rudrayo, that is 11 times, Rudra Shankar. 11 times we are in the tree, in the insecticide.
11 million.
11, not 11, 0.11. So 0.11 million times. So in this way, we have to be reincarnated. Namalakshani Jalaja, Kirmiyo Rudra Shankha, 10 lakh, 0.10 bird, 10 lakh Pokhinam, and 0.30 million. 0.30 million is our animal life. And this animal life, there is all types of animal life, and we are one of the animal life. And there is a tree in a big show. So human life is the best for the material life. Human life is the best, and human life is the only life. Then we can go to the infinite life. No other life cannot go to the animal life. Not on the insecticide, not bird, not fish, not animal others. But human life is the only life. Then we go to the infinite life. So why not go to the Vaishnavism? Everybody should ask his mind, who are you? Why you have come to this material world? We must ask with question. Who are you? From where I have come? And from where after death? From where we have to go? This is our question. So we can say Raja Vishabdev, he was a 100 son, and the eldest son lived Bharat Maharaj, which is the name in India, Bharat Maharaj. He says, oh my children, I am your father, not to maintain the fooding and living, but we have to understand what is the spiritual life. You must know the spiritual life. And we must associate with the sadhu, that is spiritual person. A spiritual person. Everybody not a spiritual person. They are ignorance. They don't understand what is the responsibility of the human life. They have no idea. But if we associate with the Vaishnava, with the Maharaj, with the Vaishnava association, we can easily understand. We can easily understand what is our responsibility. This is the question. What is the responsibility of the Chaitanya Chaitamrita? Sanatana Goswami asks, Ke ami keno mori jare tapotroy iha na jani kemone hite hoy. I am the fallen person, Mahaprabhu. Who am I? I don't know. Ke ami keno more jare tapotroy. Why I am feeling so miserable in the material life? Why? Ask the question. We should ask to the mind. In the material life, Titav Zala, that is Adidoivik, Adibhotik, Adhatik. Adidoivik, Adibhotik, Adhatik life. We are suffering every day. Nobody is happy in the material world. If anybody says, I am happy, it is question come. How are we happy? The money cannot make the happy. Money cannot help rescue from the disease. No possible. So, to earning the money is not the major factor of the life, but to rectify your conscience is the major factor of the life. Haribol. Am I wrong? Haribol.
Gurudeva.
Hare Krishna Govinda Maharaj.
Srila Mukul Prabhu, what say? Mukul Prabhu is the wrong or no?
Am I wrong or real?
He is never wrong.
Never wrong. Dandavat Pranam, Maharajji. So, the Krishna Katha is indefinite time. We can, if you continue the whole day and night, it will not finish. It will not end. So today I am like to finish today, if you don't mind, and